Hello, all of my boss buddies. How are you all doing today? Hopefully you're doing great. For those of you that are on my channel for the first time, please do hit the subscribe button, comment below, and share this video. Listen, you guys, today we are going to make some salmon cakes, okay? It's something that people ask me about all the time. They ask me to make for them. And actually, my family really enjoys them as well. So we're gonna get started really quickly. I've already started to prep some of the things so that the video don't be so very long. Okay, so we've already put our salmon cake in the bowl, and not salmon cake, but the salmon meat. Okay, we're gonna make salmon cakes, but right now it's just salmon meat. We already have that in the bowl, and I've opened up 4 cans, and each can usually makes anywhere from 4 to 5 patties, just depends on how you like yours. So now we're going to put in, we're gonna do 2 eggs, maybe possibly 3. I normally do 1 egg for every 2 cans, so we're probably just gonna do 2 eggs, okay? So behind me, I already have the oil heating up. I put the 2 eggs in there. Then we're gonna put some onions in here if you like onions. If you don't, you don't have to put onions. All of the items that I'm adding are optional. It's up to you whether you want it. And the seasoning that I use, you can use the seasoning that you want based off of your taste buds, okay? So, of course, my family, as I told you all in a previous video, love, love, love onions. So we're gonna do that, okay? So we're gonna cut up an onion, and I may possibly put in 2 because these onions are pretty small. I normally buy the larger size onions, but they didn't have any at the store, so I got what was available. I use a lot of onions, so I like to get the large ones, that way I don't have to cut but one open. I don't know what it is, I just hate to open up new onions. If I'm gonna use them, I just want to do it one time and that be it. So of course it's burning my eyes, and my grandbaby's in the background, you guys. Little Gavin is in the background keeping a whole bunch of noise. He's just starting to eat, and actually I cooked some last week and he had the opportunity to taste them and he really liked them. So I'm sure Gavin is gonna get him some today. You gonna eat you some, Gavin, today? He's telling y'all how good he liked the salmon cakes the last time his Gigi fixed them for him. He's only 6 months old, so he's just starting to eat. So that's not that much, so we're gonna do 1 more onion. Okay, let me rinse my hands off. Gavin is singing y'all a song in the background. So like I said, the oil is in the back heating. Whatever type oil you use. For my family, I normally use vegetable oil for them, and I normally use either almond oil or olive oil for myself. So whatever type oil you use, that's what you would have heating in the background. Not too high because we don't want them to cook too fast. I have mine on a number 7. So kind of like a medium high heat. Let's get these done. I should have prepped the onions first before starting the video, but nevertheless, we're gonna make it do what it did. So you don't have to cut them up really fine, but you know, you don't want any big chunks, unless that's just what you prefer. That jumped over there in my flour. I also have a little small bowl of all-purpose flour sitting on the side, and you're gonna see what we're gonna do with that in just a moment, okay? I don't use peppers, but this time I am, because I have some peppers that I need to use before they go to the bag. So we're gonna put up some colored onions to go, not onions, but colored peppers to go in here, and we're going to de-seed them. De-seed them, then we're gonna rinse them off. Grandson, we're making a video over here. You don't care nothing about it, do you? I know. Let's go here right there. Let's get some of this. Okay, so let's get our onions in really quickly. Our peppers in, not our onions. We've already did our onions. And cut the peppers up the same way, small. Because your salmon cake are gonna cook pretty fast, so unless you just like, you know, big chunky vegetables, it's best to cut them up kind of small. That way they'll have a chance to get done. Now, I do like my vegetables crunchy in certain things, but in my salmon cake, I like them to be soft and cooked. So with the salmon cooking so quickly, you don't want it too big and chunky. That way they're not gonna get done quickly along with the meat, okay? Sometimes I eat them raw, so it just depends on what I'm eating and what I'm adding in. Bell peppers are really good as well, but I don't have any of those. So y'all see here, we have the onions, we have the bell peppers, and we have 2 eggs thus far. And like I said, with each, every 2 cans, I normally add an egg. You can add or subtract, it's up to you. The egg is added to kind of keep the mixture together, and we're gonna add a little bit of flour in with it as well. And then we're gonna use the flour to coat the outside to give it a crisp breading, and also to help keep it together while it's cooking. When I was younger, I used to cook salmon patties, and, well, no, I used to cook mackerel cakes when I was younger. And I couldn't figure out why, you know, I was young then, but I couldn't figure out why the meat wouldn't stay together and it would be separating all in the pan. And I later found out that I needed to add egg and flour. So we have that mixture. Now you can see about how much, I'm gonna say probably about 3 tablespoons, 3 to 4 tablespoons. And again, this is 4 cans of salmon, okay? So we're gonna put in I'm putting in turmeric. And I love the taste of lemon pepper in it, so I'm gonna put some lemon pepper in. Salmon are easy to over season, so make sure you don't put too much, unless it's just something that you really like, okay? But if it's garlic or something like that, you can go crazy with it. But any type of salty type mixtures, I wouldn't put a whole lot in. So this is steak seasoning. I put lemon pepper, I put black pepper, and I'm gonna put just a little bit of jalapeno seasoning in there. Normally I would do cayenne, but today I'm gonna do jalapeno because I haven't used that in a while. Might put a little bit of cayenne in it as well. And this is dill weed. I normally use dill weed in most of my seafood. So let's grab a little bit of cayenne. We're not gonna put too much. I like my food spicy, but I'm not gonna be eating all of these by myself, of course, so I gotta make sure they're not too highly seasoned for other people that's gonna be eating them. Okay, so that's that. So we're gonna get this all mixed up together, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the next step. Okay, y'all, so we're back, and I've already prepped the patties, and I left 2 out so y'all can see me actually making them. But you do them just like you would be doing hamburger patties. Okay, so you do them to your size liking. I have them kind of small to medium. Just form a ball and pat it together. And here's your patties. And just lay them up there. This is my last one. Roll it in a ball. And do patty cake man with it. Y'all remember patty cake when y'all were babies? My grandson, he's just learning how to patty cake. So we put that up there. And what I'm gonna do is put my flour that I have in a small bowl, I'm gonna just dump it in this bigger bowl. And all this is just regular flour, okay? So now we're gonna take the patties, and you may have to pat them back together because with the moisture from the egg, it may cause them to separate while they're sitting in the pan, in the plate, getting ready to go to the flour. So you just put some flour in a bowl, and you just put them in there. Pick some of the flour up. You're not gonna be able to handle them too much because they'll break apart. So you can sit them in there and just do the flour over it like this. And just do them in your hand back and forth. Make sure the flour mixture gets all over. And the whole time I'm constantly patting them back together just in case they're coming loose a little bit. Okay. But you want to make sure they're well coated with flour. I'm going to get another bowl. I'm going to get a little lid to put them on as I'm going. So we're just going to set them up here. See? Just gonna sit them up here. Pat it together. Get you some flour, just lay it across it. Lay it across it. And then you go back and forth with your hand, and that'll help get the excess flour off, okay? Because we don't want too much excess flour on. We want it well coated, but not a whole lot of flour, okay? Not frying a chicken or anything. So, see it's well coated and it's together. Okay? So you see the process of that. We'll be back in a moment to put them in the grease, okay? Do this last one. Just repeat this over and over. So you have all of your patties coated with flour. We'll be back in just a moment. So here they're frying in my favorite black skillet. How many of y'all know about this old-fashioned black skillet? So we have them frying now. Not in a whole lot of grease, just enough to kind of cover the bottom of the pan. As you can see that they don't cover all the way the cake. You can put a little more oil in it. I just choose not to. No specific reason. Okay. So let them get golden brown. Let them cook on each side for maybe about 5 to 6 minutes on each side. And they should be golden brown. Wait before you turn them over so that they don't fall apart. And after you've had them on one side for about 5 to 6 minutes, then you can flip them over. We'll come back with the conclusion.